Hi, this is Jesus from NBC News, reporting live from Chicago, Illinois.
Hello there, I'm Orville.
Today we will be discussing the Chicano movement trying to gain civil rights. My partner today will be discussing the history of the Chicano movement.
The Chicano movement was tended to emphasize civil rights and political inclusion. Chicano has originally used as a derogatory label for sons and daughters of Mexican immigrants. Chicano is also a label of ethnic pride. The early proponents of Chicago movement began viewing themselves as a colonized people entitled to self-determination on their own. The Chicano movement encompassed a broad section of issues from restoration of land grants to farm workers to enhanced education to voting and political rights, as well as emerging awareness of collective history. In the social world, the Chicago movement has addressed what is perceived as negative ethnic stereotypes of Mexicans in media and American consciousness. One famous Mexican leader of the movement was Reyes Lopez Tirania, who was the most influential leader of the U.S. Mexican-American Civil Rights Movement, and was honored for the lifetime of work and sacrifice to protect and improve the lives of generations of Mexican descendants living in the United States.
Mexican-American youth was inspired by the farm workers' strike in California. Mexicans came so they could work and get better jobs here. But little did they know they weren't going to be treated equally or fair. Most Chicanos worked on farms, but they didn't get paid the same as other workers, and if they complained, they would get threatened to get deported back to Mexico. Mexican Americans youth turned Chicanos into a political charged term used for self-identification. The establishment of the movement organization did not take place until the fall of 1968, when the first large group of Chicano students arrived at the University of Washington a couple months ago. On May 20th, 1968, members occupied the office of the University of Washington, President Charles. The group organized a 4-hour sit-in where they voiced their demands for making the university more relevant to people of color by improving the recruitment of minority students, doubling black enrollment, and increasing funding minority students and creating black study courses. According to Jeremy Simmer, this connection between the BSU and Chicano students will later be strengthened by collaborative efforts on school campus.